What's poppin', Austin? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin', Austin?
What's poppin', Austin? Welcome back to episode 4. I'm Allison Vojtovich. We got Brandon Lewin in the house, and he's already laughing at me.
Did that throw you off with throwing my hands up?
Oh,
I felt like you
no.
were about to flinch or something.
Oh, no. It's my cat-like reflexes. Ready to fight.
I was ready to get a punch in the face.
Yeah. I'm trained. I took 1 class of jiu-jitsu. We're ready to
Yes.
go.
Put me in an arm bar.
Oh my gosh, this is What's Poppin' Austin, the best podcast to find out what's going on in Austin, Texas, and laugh along the way.
That's right.
Very good times here. We are doing another holiday edition, and you can just
Part
fill in
twos.
the blanks of what the sweater says
Yes,
today.
I love
very-
that sweater. That's a big.
very proud of it. My friend
Yeah.
Anthony gave it to me because we're conspiracy nuts. Not really. We know all of them. We know all the
So
conspiracies.
let's rename this episode. This is Conspiracy Theorist episode, part 1. We might go down the rabbit hole. on some
Let's
stuff.
not. Let's not. The problem is, like, I love learning about that stuff, and then I'm just like, no one knows. You know? It's like, whatever. And, you can tell we're in Texas because I'm wearing a sweater and shorts, so.
Did you just flash everybody?
No, I just lifted my leg up. Come on, this is partially
I'm
a
just joking.
family
I know
show.
you're a lady.
Sometimes.
Since we're talking about attire, I got my fancy new Hanukkah shirt. I got my shirt for Hanukkah, by the way.
Yes.
And I like to go back. I think in the last episode, if I remember correctly, I had the wrong dates for Hanukkah. Hanukkah has passed already. I think I was like a week forward or late.
I think we were,
Early.
when we recorded
Early,
it, you were
was.
like, oh yeah, Hanukkah's like in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it was...
And it was literally the following week.
Yes.
Yes, it happened right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was like the Saturday after. So we have just completed, the last night was like 2 nights ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And my wife got me one of these shirts. This is from the Shy Boys. Shout out to them.
I love it.
It's the Blues Brothers dressed up as Run DMC.
I was just really proud of myself for recognizing it as the Blues Brothers.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
like my dad's favorite movie ever. And
It is a
like,
good
even though
choice,
they're
yeah.
dressed up as Run DMC, I was like, oh.
Quick funny story. So about the Blues Brothers, my wife her family's all Baptist.
Yeah.
And so when we were first, she got pregnant and we were going, me and her grandparents up in Albany, New York, and her dad's side of the family, which is where we went to go visit, are predominantly black. And so the church was a very black Baptist church. And so she started explaining to me how the church runs. And I was like, oh, that sounds like the Blues Brothers. And she's like, what are you talking about? She'd never seen the movie before.
No.
And I had her watch the movie, and the scene when they go to the church and they're screaming and dancing, I was like, is it like that? She's like, yeah, that's exactly how it is. I was like, that is awesome. I can't wait. We went up there, and sure enough, I got thrown right in the fire. Was sitting front row with all the men. It was like some holiday. And I remember the first person behind me screamed like, hallelujah, and I jumped. Because I was like, what is happening right now?
Genevieve Clinton has a joke about that, like
Really?
how much like black church is more fun than white
100%,
church.
yeah.
It's a blast.
I would go there
dude.
all the time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
a
so much
party.
fun. It is a party. It was great. It was fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's actually why I also thought when I threw my hands up, why you jumped too.
I was like, you're from Chicago,
Yeah.
you get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Could be shot at any moment.
Any
oh no.
moment, you never know. That little kid that just walked by could have shot us.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just joking. That was a joke, everybody. Joke.
This is a comedy podcast,
yes.
partially. Speaking of things that could kill you, let's talk about our events.
Yes, our first activity for the week.
We're literally like, let's not joke too seriously about guns, but you can go throw axes.
Good segue.
A great place to go throw axes is Urban Axes. It's Urban Axe Throwing. So it's on the east side over on 812 Airport Boulevard. I've definitely been there before, which again, I gave Brandon crap because I was like, you picked another one that just is too on brand. I am good at it.
So well.
Axe throwing is good. It's fun. It's good for, like, I know we've done team events there before, like get your work people together if you want to do a Christmas thing for that, family, friends, date night. It's really fun.
So much fun.
When you book there too, they kind of assign you like an instructor when you first go in who will teach you like how to do it properly and
Yeah.
you know, not get hurt or hurt anyone else.
Yes.
How to throw it so you're most likely to hit the board.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it. You can BYOB, you can bring food.
Yeah.
You know, drunk throwing axes. What could be better?
I would say one thing though. You
Yeah.
mentioned date night. Maybe not when you're having a fight.
Maybe not that, and maybe not a first date.
Yeah, that too.
Because that would be actually hilarious.
First dates would be, I think, okay. It's like you just don't. I think I'm afraid to take my wife there after we get in an argument because she'll be like, well, "Go grab my
Go get my axe.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say not a first date because you don't know. Like, what if that like if you meet someone on Hinge and the first thing they say is like, "I love throwing axes. Do you want to go?" It's like, maybe wait until date 3. But that's also coming from someone who's like, I would love it if a guy asked me to go fishing in the woods by ourselves. So who knows? But yeah, it's a great place to go. Definitely check it out. You can go to their website at www.urbanaxes.com. That's AXES, axes.
Yes, and make sure you check out the Austin one because I think at multiple locations.
Right. Yeah. This one again is on Airport Boulevard in Austin.
Yeah. So all right, second one. We talked about some of this in the other episode, in episode 3. More lights. We're holiday edition. Marble Falls. If you've never been, it's a short drive from Austin. It has a fantastic light show, and you can actually walk around in this one, and it's free.
Oh wow!
I know.
That's nice.
Right? It's everything is free because they get it's all done by donations, and so people give donations or companies give donations, and so they're able to fund it for free, which I think is amazing. Again, on brand. As a Jew, I love a good deal, and so
Marble Falls is
good.
also pretty.
It
like
is
it
very
kind of gets
pretty.
you out in the hill country a little bit.
I think we went to it a couple years ago, I believe, and it was great. I mean, it has 2 million lights reflecting on Lake Marble Falls at Lakeside Park and over 350 lighted sculptures. So I mean, that's pretty freaking cool.
That's really
So
interesting.
you can actually it's open till the end of December. January 1st is actually when it ends. So you can kind of run through to the beginning of the year, and the time it starts is at 6, runs till about 10 p.m. and then it's located at 305 Buena Vista Drive, Marble Falls, Texas. So we'll have a link, but you can go check them out or just Google Visit Marble Falls and get all that information there.
I feel like this is turning into the like hipster light viewing podcast of like everywhere but Trail of Lights. You all know the Trail of Lights. Here's where you go if you're from Austin.
That could be it. I just, you know what it was? It was like my Jewish tentacles went off when I saw, I don't know why I got attracted to it, but I saw it and then I was like, the picture was really nice. And then it said free.
And then
I
it
was
said
like,
free.
yeah. I was like, oh, amazing. I know why I like
This is why I'm going.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're
that's
going
funny.
to the Peppermint Parkway though, by the way, since we talked about it last time. We're going there this weekend. No,
Nice.
next weekend, yeah, so it should be fun.
That'll be really fun.
Yeah. This is Whistle Pig whiskey. This is one of the, actually, if you've ever been to one of our comedy shows at Big Laugh Comedy at Vulcan Gas Company, this is by far one of the best whiskeys I've ever had in my entire life. It's just delicious, it's smooth, it can be a little bit sweet. They have done a really good job of making sure that they find the finest ingredients, use the best barrels, and they make some kick-ass fucking whiskey. So
Yeah, we always have it at our shows.
Yes.
Like you said, they always come through. Great people and awesome brand.
Yes, fantastic people. Again, delicious whiskey. They have all sorts of. They have like this is the 6 year. The 6 year. They have a 10-year. They even have like a Boss Hog, which I think is like 20 some years.
Dang.
Yeah, it's fancy.
That'll
It like
be
comes in a box. I saw it
New
last
Year's
night.
retreat?
Yeah, you like have to unhitch the bottom and you pull off the box, and then it's got it, and then it's got a fancy little stopper on there. So if you guys are looking for a great gift during the holidays, or just for in general, or just looking if you're a fan of whiskey, make sure you check out Whistle Pig. And if you come to one of our comedy shows, also make sure you check that out and grab yourself a glass of Whistle Pig.
You guys celebrate Christmas too, right?
No,
With the kids?
No. So
No.
the reason we don't do it is I grew up in a household with both. My mom is actually not Jewish, and my dad was, but I was raised Jewish, and we also went to church a lot.
Yeah.
With my mom's side of the family, and as a kid, I was confused as fuck.
Yeah.
So I
Pick
was
one.
like, I love learning about religion. I think it's great. Actually, in college, I took a couple classes on religion and learned about all of them. And I think it's great. I think everybody should learn about the different types of religions out there. I just think that's later when you get a little bit older.
Yeah.
So you're not so confused.
Pick one for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah, give them, it's like the bumpers on the bowling alley. Give them
Stay
something.
in your lane
and then...
for a minute and then let them go out and choose their path,
yeah,
right? You
that
know?
makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, getting it right up there next to
Yeah.
Christmas, see the lights.
I mean, they still get Christmas presents, so...
So kind of.
Yeah,
the important
kind of.
part.
Yeah, exactly. The important part, the commercial part.
Right. Oh my gosh. I actually didn't know I've heard about this place. I didn't know it was just a pop-up bar for our next one. So this is actually fun for those of you who like maybe more speakeasy or like hit or miss places to find in Austin. Miracle on 5th Street is a pop-up holiday bar in the Austin area, in Austin.
Sounds awesome.
It's 307 West 5th Street, and their website is miracleon5thstreet.com. So it's miracle on number 5 THST.com. We'll put all these in the notes, by the way. But look that up. It's a really cool Christmas theme bar that only happens around the holidays.
Yeah.
And so if you want kind of something exclusive and cool to take your friends or family to, I think that's a really good option.
Yeah, it's got like, I think they have like specialty cocktails.
Of course, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, then you guys don't have to worry about arguing or anything like that, like people do on the holidays.
Just take them to the
not.
bar.
Yeah, just take them to the bar, have a good time, have a couple shots. You know, get blacked out drunk.
That's what the holiday cheer is. It's just the shots. It's just the blackout, right? The cheer is when you don't remember. You wake up the next day and like, I guess we had fun. I'm missing a tooth, but I guess it was fun.
100%. That happened to me one time.
I'm gonna spit my drink. Spit my vitamin cocktail. I'm talking about go to get your alcohol or drinking liver detox
spit
drinks.
all over my white shirt and I
Seriously.
be able to use it again.
And just be tie-dye.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no big deal. That's a good point. You always know how to make lemonade out of lemons, don't you?
You see how much I smile.
Yes,
It has to
exactly.
go somewhere.
You are always positive, I have to say. All right, speaking of positive things, this season, there's no better way to give the best gift of all, which is laughter. So we have, as you know, I run Big Laugh Comedy. We have some fantastic shows, especially this weekend, and future shows coming up. But this weekend specifically, we have Craig Smith from All Deaf, the All Deaf Digital crew. And if you've ever been on YouTube and seen like dad jokes or them roasting each other in the classroom, Craig Smith has been a part of that, and he's actually bringing a bunch of his friends from that to Austin. So it's gonna be a big party. They're gonna have like 8 people on stage at one time. It's gonna like they have kind of like a podcast style. They're also gonna have comedy, stand up. It's gonna be skits. Like it's wild. It's
That's
gonna be
awesome.
Wild. There's literally gonna be I think like 8 or 10 people coming all together.
wow.
So it's like Craig Smith, Big Jaw, Teddy Ray, or Radu Brown. Jahan Jones.
You got Ken Edwin on
Ken
here.
Edwin,
Yeah.
and then all of Craig's. I was just like staring out there because I was trying to get everything out of my head. People were probably looking at cameras like, "Why is Brandon looking out the
There's a
fucking
door
side?"
right over
Yes.
here. Brandon
what
gets
is
shiny
wrong?
object syndrome. We get reflections from the cars driving by. He's like, "Is that a coin?"
ADD, so,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be December 10th through 11th
Yes.
as well.
And I'm used to like another camera right here too. So but you know.
That's the excuse.
That is the excuse. I'm not going delusional. So we have 4 shows this weekend, Friday and Saturday. You go check it out at www.blcomedy.com. I said it right this time.
You
I didn't say
did.
BigLaughComedy.com.
There we go.
blcomedy.com. We also have a special show coming up for New Year's Eve, which is going to be a fantastic
I'm
party.
so excited about
this is going to
that.
be crazy. It's going to be, so it's part comedy. It's going to be a 2-hour comedy show. And then there's going to be music afterwards with a couple bands and a DJ. We got some of the fan favorites from Austin, Neither Hour and Trace a Lime, 2 fantastic local bands. Tony Hinchcliffe's going to be leading the charge on the comedy show. And then we have a DJ, and there's going to be free champagne toast at midnight. and it's just gonna be wild.
We're gonna pack that place out.
Oh,
We're calling
yeah,
the comedy show Tony Hinchcliffe and his so-called friends,
Yes,
which is
canceled
hilarious.
2021.
Yeah,
So.
cancel 2021. That's awesome.
So there's some early bird tickets still available. Not many, but you guys can go check that out. It's also on blcomedy.com.
Early bird tickets are discounted.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So make sure you go get those. There's a limited quantity of the early bird tickets, and then it goes up to full price after that. So go check those out. Make sure you check out some comedy shows. And if you love everything here, you guys know what to do. So it's just like, subscribe, share, comment.
Rate, review,
Yes.
whatever the platform is that you're listening to. There's so many different things.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know what to ask for. Just give me what your platform wants.
What are you gonna do this weekend?
What am I gonna do this weekend?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do this weekend? I think I'm going to you're gonna kill me. I'm going to an EDM show tomorrow, Thursday night.
You gotta go. Jalen, you're the new co-host.
In my defense, we met this guy at another EDM concert.
Again, Jalen.
And he gave us tickets, so we're gonna
nice.
go check him out. He's gonna
That's
be
awesome.
spinning tomorrow, and then this weekend I think I'm gonna hit up one of Craig Smith's shows.
Sweet.
And I have my show Saturday, so
nice.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I run a show at Fourth Tap Brewing Co-op called Good Set at Fourth Tap, a couple times a month, and next one's this Saturday, so I'll be running that.
That should be great.
Yeah.
We are. I'm just gonna be doing the comedy all
Going to
weekend.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're actually
Just
gonna be
next
out.
Weekend, yeah, next weekend I'm going to go with the kids and everything. We just got back from vacation, so I kind of have to stick and focus on work stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's been so crazy watching like Big Laugh grow over the last year, because I used to just show up to a show and like know you were gonna be there and be like, oh cool, I'm gonna go see Brandon and say hi and we'll watch a show, and now it's like, is Brandon gonna be here? So it's, I'm like, you're gonna be out this weekend? Yes.
well, it's gonna be a crazy show, and then it just like it's when you do sometimes 12 shows in a week, it's not sustainable.
I would not. No, I'm glad you don't have to go every time. But it was a thing like, yeah, when there were only a couple a week or whatever, you were at all of them. And yeah, now it's not healthy anymore. I would be very impressed if you went to all of those.
I've also, like, my wife has pulled the chain in a little bit.
Yeah.
She's like, nope, you gotta come back.
You've got kids, it makes sense.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
My kids, they are itching to come to a comedy show, so I can't wait till we're gonna
yeah.
figure out how to do one for kids.
Do any of the locations that we currently go to allow under 18?
No, not really.
Yeah, because they're all bars. Yeah.
So I think some of that's we're gonna find some opportunities soon.
Schemes,
Yeah.
yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, well, thank you guys so much for chiming in
yeah.
and watching and listening to us. We really appreciate it. So this was Allison Voidovich. I got it right.
You got it?
Booyah!
Yes.
I said it the other day, and I was like, I forgot. I think I was talking to Nate, and I was like, Voidovich, and he's like, how do you spell that? And I was like, fuck.
How do you... Okay, in your defense, my boyfriend just learned how to spell my last name.
Really?
We've been together for 2.5 years, so I don't expect anyone to know how to
I
spell
can
it.
write it out. I just can't say it
Say
right
it.
now. Yeah, right now.
Well, all you need to do to write it out is just any consonant you think of. That's all it is.
You should have heard Nate's guesses. They were hilarious. I was like, nope.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So this is Allison Voidovich. I'm Brandon Lewin, and this is What's Poppin' in Austin. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. We'll see you next week.
What's poppin', Austin?